The heart of your teams. The heart of the Sunshine State. Valley Sports Sun and Valley Sports Florida. The heart of the fan.
We welcome you inside Tropicana Field for an afternoon of Rays baseball. Wrap-up game of the series, wrap-up game of the homestand as the Rays square off against the New York Yankees. With Brian Anderson, Dwayne Stats, great to have you aboard. Trisha Whitaker joined us throughout the afternoon as well. As expected, these first two games have been hotly contested, two one-run games. Offense, a big part of what the Rays have done this year. And in that number 2 spot, a little more than 2/3 of the time, Wander Franco. And that's now the new number 3 spot. A lot of clubs using that number 2 spot in the lineup to put their best hitter.
Listen, and Wander Franco, the switch hitter, he's off to a tremendous start here this season. You look at his overall numbers, he's hitting righties, he's hitting lefties to the tune of a .302 average. He's got 6 home runs, 14 doubles. Those 20 extra base hits are tied for second in Major League Baseball, leading to the 20 runs batted in. And really, when you boil it right down to brass tacks, Wander Franco showing more patience at the plate, willing to wait for his pitch to drive, and we're seeing the results of that.
Well, the New York Yankees trying to find their stride, but when they send Garrett Cole to the mound, they're in pretty good shape. This guy's throwing the ball better than he's ever thrown, perhaps.
I think you may be right. Garrett Cole has single-handedly kept this team afloat and above 500. He's got 7 starts on the season. The team is 7-0. Now, Garrett, you break down his numbers, 5-0, of course. The ERA, 135. That's good enough to lead the league. He's getting it done with that rising 4-seam fastball. The other thing that he's done is he's thrown a lot of innings, 46 2/3 innings, has not given up a home run yet. What will happen today facing the team that has the most homers in Major League Baseball? It'll be a fun one.
Cole unbeaten at 5-0. The Rays counter with the opener, Javi Guerra. Josh Fleming figures to see a lot of action here. The bulk guy for the Rays in the wrap-up game of this series. Brought to you by Frontier. Uncable yourself. Get fiber internet. By the Florida Lottery, which has generated over $43 billion for Florida's students and schools. And by Truist. This afternoon at the Trop, the Rays and the Yankees and the wrap-up game of their 3-game series. Rays winning game 1, 5-4. New York taking game 2, 3-2. And the first pitch for game 3 just around the corner. And the wrap-up game of the series. Rays starting today. 4.5 games up in the American League East. It will be Javi Guerra to serve as the opener. You'll recall he pitched an inning, the final inning in yesterday's game on the hill here this afternoon. Lineup today brought to you by your local Ford dealers. New York will have Anthony Volpe, the shortstop, leading off again. The impressive rookie. Gleyber Torres at second with Anthony Rizzo hitting third, the DH, and DJ LeMahieu playing first base, hitting cleanup. Harrison Bader in center, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa in right field. Oswaldo Cabrera will be down at third, hitting seventh in front of Jose Trevino, the catcher. Aaron Hicks is in left, batting ninth.
Well, trying to get the Rays off to a quick start here this afternoon. It's going to be the right-hander, Javi Guerra, and you take a look at what he has done in his 2 outings with the Rays. Yesterday against the Yankees, pitching an inning, giving up a walk to go along with a strikeout, most importantly right here, and that's what the Rays want out of Javi Guerra this afternoon. No runs, and before you hand it over, most likely to Josh Fleming. We'll see what the order goes, but he figures to get the vast majority of the innings in this ball game. Let's take a look at the defense and see how it's going to line up behind him in the outfield, left to right. We've got Randy Arozarena, Jose Siri, and Manuel Margot across that infield, third to first. Isak Paredes, Wander Franco, Brandon Lau, and Yandy Diaz with Christian Bethencourt back behind the plate.
Kevin Cash with the Rays at 27-7, ninth season as the manager of the Rays. Well aware the Rays are going to hit the road on what actually turns out to be their lengthy road trip with Baltimore, the Yankees, and the Mets all involved. And there is Aaron Boone, manager of the Yankees, now 2 games over 500. Will Little will be calling the balls and strikes, and he made sure that that rosin bag was moved out of sight before the first pitch of this game. Here's Volpe, and the first delivery from Javi Guerra is on its way. Up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Torres next, and then Rizzo. There's a cut and a miss. It's 1-1. I don't know if Little was directed to that, maybe by the hitter or not, but Will Little, in a survey a few years ago done by Boston University, had him in the top 10 of ball and strike umpires. So the pressure's on.
Yes, you have set the bar high. 2 pitches in.
Well, if he fouls it back, it's 1-2.
Well, listen, if he has that much attention to detail at home plate for that strike zone, then it was probably him who said, you know what, that right there, kind of an eyesore. Get it off the back of the mound. Get that rosin back.
Swing and a miss, and that takes care of Volpe to get this game started. 97 up there. Try to catch up to that.
Yeah, especially when you've got an uppercut swing, and you'll see Volpe, watch his swing as he uppercuts through the zone. You're not going to be able to get that elevated fastball with that type of a swing. Look at bent down, trying to come up and through and drive the baseball, but 97 jumps the bat.
Gleyber Torres, the second baseman, hitting out of the number 2 spot. Down and away, 1-0. Well, a lot of velocity and a lot of movement. There's some darting to that fastball, which is good and bad in that being consistent with his pitches in the strike zone have been a challenge for Guerra.
It really has, and it's what's held him back, and I'm sure that that's the message. Kyle Snyder, like, look, your stuff is plenty good enough, and here I can show you why. Now you got to work on having a repeatable delivery and you know, and be able to bore the pitches into the strike zone. If he's able to do that, you can imagine how much success he can have because he's got an electric arm.
Foul back. 1-2.
Part of it can be mechanics. Part of it is going to be confidence and belief. And when the two intersect, now all of a sudden you could have something special.
One-two pitch. A little popper into shallow center, coming straight in as Siri knocks it down to keep it in front of him. And Torres has a base hit.
I'll tell you, the Yankees, the kings of the soft exit velocity base hit here in the last couple of ball games. That ball got in on Torres, didn't get enough of it to get it out to Siri, and that harmlessly falls in. That's frustrating. That ball off the bat just into no man's land. That's what did the Rays in yesterday. Harrison Bader, a couple of shots like that. Shouldn't say shots, bloops.
Now Rizzo, up and away. 98, a reach for that one from Bethencourt.
There's Harrison Bader, had the base hit, the little flare into right field last night that put the Yankees in front.
That same spot missing by plenty. 2-0. Guerra is one of those guys you'll see. He'll make a great pitch at 97 and then unload a couple that are so far off the mark, and that's been his challenge.
And here the left-handed hitter Rizzo. That now look at Bethencourt setting up in. Going to try to make him reach.
See, I love that idea. It didn't work, but the first 2 fastballs, Guerra was not getting out in front. That ball was coming out of his hand a little bit too early. That's why he was missing so high arm side. So Bethancourt sets up in for the fastball, saying, reach to me, stay behind it and reach to me. It's the right idea.
And he leaves that one up and away. So all of those fastballs, and 3 of the 4 were significant misses.
You get jumpy. You know, I'm sure that there's a lot of emotion in this game. You know, you're trying to win a series. It's the New York Yankees. You're starting this game, and so you can get a little bit jumpy. And if that front side gets headed towards home plate too soon, the arm can't catch up, and that's where you'll miss.
LeMahieu hitting in the cleanup spot for New York. And a jump off second base and a step back there by Guerra. There's Fleming already up in the Rays bullpen up the right side. Foul back. It's 97 in. So the strikeout, then the bloop base hit, and a 4-pitch walk to Rizzo. 1 strike on LeMahieu. Foul the other way.
And he's a tough hitter. He's one of those guys that can hit to all fields, balanced at the plate, trusts his hands. He's been swinging the bat well lately. Obviously been swinging the bat well with runners in scoring position all season. He's raised his batting average 14 points so far in this series.
The 0-2. Going outside.
That's a heck of a, I shouldn't say block, but a backhanded scoop. You know, those runners, the potential to move up and get to second and third with less than 2 outs. Bethancourt, he's shown that ability to handle that glove and make some tough stops.
1-2, shot back into center field. Siri's going to be there to make the catch, and the runners retreat to their respective bases. That ball had a little strange trajectory off the bat, and Siri played that well.
He did. I'm sure that this ball hit straightaway center field was knuckling. And you're right, those can get really tricky because sometimes the knuckle will cause the ball to sail. Other times it drops quicker than you anticipate. But Siri able to track it down and make the play.
Harrison Bader. Takes a strike. Bader with the big hit, as you mentioned, in yesterday's game. Ground ball shortstop, backhanded. Franco goes to Lau for the force to retire the side. We're going to go to the bottom of the first inning. Yandy Diaz will lead it off in this scoreless game. Here's the lineup, brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Yandy Diaz to lead it off, then Wander Franco and Randy Arozarena. Brandon Lau hits cleanup. Harold Ramirez the DH. Isaac Paredes at third. Manuel Margot hits 7th. Bethancourt 8th, and Siri the number 9 hitter.
Well, taking the mound this afternoon for the New York Yankees is going to be right-hander Garrett Cole in our Florida Lottery jackpot stat. His ranks in the American League impressive up and down.
And Yandy swinging and fouling the first pitch back. Strike 1.
Well, 5 wins. More importantly, in his 7 starts, the Yankees are 7-0. That ERA leading the way, opponent average, right down the list you go. He has been off to a torrid start.
Strike on the inner part of the plate. Yandy at odds with Will Little, disagreeing with the Boston University survey of Will Little's call.
Yeah, I would say that there's something to that, but you're going to see an awful lot of that this afternoon from Cole.
Ground ball chopped foul.
know, it's pretty interesting when you look at his season. 2022, he led the league in giving up 33 home runs. This year, through his 7 starts, he leads Major League Baseball with 46 2/3 innings pitched. He has yet to give up a home run. Quite the turnaround.
In his lefty-righty breakout, you mentioned the opponent batting average, 176. Oh, we're going to have a strikeout here of Yandy Diaz. Will Little has called him out. And Kevin Cash is coming out here to make sure Yandy doesn't get into a prolonged discussion there with Little.
Yeah, well, the pitch clock violation, I don't know if Yandy was attempting a second time out. But, yeah, Will Little ends up sending him back to the dugout. Not the greatest way to start off a ball game. Let's see.
Franco. Yeah, let's go back, take a look. There it is.
Yep, called time for the second time. You only get one. And that's what Will Little's explaining to him. So therefore, because you called time and stepped out, now you're not ready to hit. Violation, and off you go.
One to count on Wander Franco. It's inside. 2-1.
Garrett Cole, fastball, slider, curveball change. He's using his 4-seam fastball at a 57% clip. Much higher than he did a season ago. Or significantly higher than a season ago.
Chop to first. Short hop picked by LeMahieu, unassisted. 2 gone.
Let's take a look at the rest of that Yankee defense and see how it's going to line up. In the outfield left to right, we've got Aaron Hicks, Harrison Bader, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Across the infield third to first, Oswaldo Cabrera, Anthony Volpe, Gleyber Torres, and DJ LeMahieu, with Jose Trevino behind the plate. They wanted me off that outfield quickly today.
Randy Arozarena. And it's lifted up the right side, towering over there. Kiner-Falefa makes the catch. And it's 1-2-3. No score at the end of 1. Looking at the left-hander Josh Fleming, Javi Gurra opens this game, works a scoreless first, and now Fleming will go to the hill here in the second inning, and he's got a little stretch of excellence going over the last 12+ innings, 12 1/3, 1 earned run. That spans 3 outings.
How about the difference between starting and coming out of that pen, whether it's in the second inning or, I mean, such a stark difference. And you're right, he has been in a little bit of a groove here over his last, what, he's given up 1 earned run in 12 1/3.
Yep. 1-0 the count. And a check, pitch a little bit off the edge, and Ryan Atherton down there at first says he did not offer.
That bat was active.
Down to first, and a nice backhand pick by Yandy. Nicely done. That's impressive.
That is a guy who's ready. That's a guy who is ready, because you're not expecting Isaiah Kiner-Falefa to hit that ball so sharply right at, and look at that, just a little twist of the torso, twist of the hips, and walk it on over for out number 1.
Oswaldo Cabrera, and that's a base hit stroke through the right side, or go in to make the pickup.
These guys are going to take that same approach. What was the team? Was it Washington?
Yeah, I think that early outing.
Yes.
Yep.
There was one outing for Josh Fleming where the right-handed hitters were just diving out over the plate from Jump Street. And right there's the same thing. You know, those are the pitches that Fleming wants you to try to pull. And you hit those little weak ground balls to the left side.
A strike into Trevino.
He just entices you. The 2-seamer away, the changeup away. He wants to get you reaching. He gets his fair share of ground balls.
Yeah, the outing you're talking about was his first of the year. A little chop foul there, taking the count to 0-2. He wound up giving up 5 runs in 3+ innings. You know, he's given up, what did we say, 15 hits there for the year?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 of those were in that one outing.
And what role was he in that outing?
Well, he made the start.
That's right.
Right.
It goes back to that graphic we just showed.
A little tap charged by Paredes. And the throw to first in time. Cabrera moves up to second. 2 gone. And now Aaron Hicks. This pitch is going to skip to the backstop. And over to third goes Cabrera. Wild pitch.
Changeup pulled. And right here, Bethancourt, we're just talking about how good he has been with the glove, trying to get it over to knock that pitch down or scoop it. And it went right off the heel.
First wild pitch of the year charged to Fleming. The tap, third base side. Paredes with the throw. And a little bit to the right field side, but Hicks is out with Diaz stretching to receive the throw.
Can't field. Big difference for Gerrit Cole here in 2023 as we talk about his 4-seam fastball usage. And you can see living at the top of the zone. What's different? Take a look down here. Over 21% more the time going up top. 40.8% a season ago at upper third and beyond as far as elevated fastballs go. This year, almost 62. So he's doing a much better job of using that 4-seamer with the carry to the top of the zone and beyond. He's also, and I don't think we have the graphic, but he's also pitching in more to both right-handed hitters and left-handed hitters. So up and in. It's like this.
Yeah, it's more of a challenge. Not that he wasn't challenging to begin with, but this is like an all-out challenge.
Yeah, because his elevated fastball, I mean, that's part of the reason why.
A high reach, and Cole gloves it, makes the throw. Brandon Lau is out of there.
That's part of the reason why he hasn't given up a home run. I mean, you see a season ago, the vast majority of the fastballs are in very hittable areas. And now you're seeing, look at this. And this is, obviously facing a lot of right-handed hitters, up and in, spreading them out a little bit. And that has helped. You combine that with, you're pitching in more often, you're pitching up in better areas, top of the zone. You would think you'd think the more elevated the fastball, the more homers you're going to give up. But that's not the case with Cole, because if he gets it up that high, it's real tough to get to with his velocity and carry.
Yeah, they talk about trying to get on top of pitch like that. Can't do it.
No, but you know what? When it's down there in the middle third, you can get underneath that pitch and you can drive it.
2 strikes here to Harold Ramirez. Ball, 2 strikes. Slider out there a little bit off the plate.
That pitch benefits from more elevated fastballs because it changes your eye levels.
That's going to be a base hit into short left field. And Ramirez, with that 1-2 approach, has himself a hit over the infield.
And he got on top of it. He shortened up. That's Harold Ramirez vintage. 1 strike, 2 strike are mine, and then I'm going to go up and get that pitch. That is right up there, not at the letters. That pitch is at the burst. And Ramirez is able to get up there. Maybe anticipating, but certainly shortening his swing.
So the Rays have their first hit, their first base runner. He socked Paredes, and he lines it into left. Hicks is there to make the catch. 2 gone. That'll be Manuel Margot. Margot with 2 hits in the series. They both came yesterday. Takes a strike. Last 8 games he has been very hot with the bat. Ramirez back in.
Perhaps anticipating and knowing that Harold Ramirez can move 2 strikes, or excuse me, 2 outs in the inning. Maybe the Rays are going to try to create some offense.
It's a high chop out to second. Backhand pick. Hey, everybody's going to be safe. Torres with the backhand pick decided to try to get the out at second and had no chance.
Too far in. You know, and you're running that running lane to second base. I mean, Harold Ramirez has allowed a little bit of room to move away from him, which is exactly what he did towards the outfield side. But there's that high chopper. He goes in and gets it. Had just come in too far. Had lost his footing. Couldn't get back. The momentum taking him past the bag. And by the time he recovers, Harold just will sneak around the back door. Garrett Cole not thrilled.
Margot at first, Ramirez at second. Bethencourt after the first pitch. It's a foul up the right side, out of play for a strike. Wide right there. 1-1. Well, they rule a fielder's choice on the ball hit by Manuel Margot. It's an interesting situation there, trying to score that. There is a ground ball. Going to be grabbed by Volpe, and the little toss to second gets the force play. Rays lead 2. No score through 2. Your share of the Rays 50-50 charity raffle jackpot. Proceeds support youth programming in Tampa Bay. You can win big and support the community. Visit raysbaseball.com/5050. Moving on to the 3rd inning. Top of the lineup for New York. Anthony Volpe, the shortstop, chops it foul. Faced Javi Gurra to start this game. Gurra struck him out on 97 up, got him swinging. And he's out in front right there.
The one thing that we can say with certainty is if he goes down swinging in this at bat, it will not be on 97 up. That we can guarantee.
Could be 83 blown away.
Yes.
Or 76 breaking down.
Different ways to do it.
Yep.
97 up, 76 down. There you go. That breaking ball taking it right to the middle of the plate, but below the zone, the change of speed, and that swing path once again, uppercut swing, dips underneath.
Gleyber Torres lifting one into right center field. Series over there, and so is Manuel Margot, who makes the catch.
Hey, Tampa Bay fans! Get all you need for spring for less at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
2 up, 2 down. Now Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo drew the walk in the first inning and shoots this one into right. That's well tagged and is gone. A home run over the yellow line, in and out of the stands. Rizzo lines his 6th home run of the year to give New York an early lead.
I will say this, It's the first left-handed hitter I've seen do that against Josh Fleming, and it's because Anthony Rizzo is a salty vet, and he was ambushing that two-seamer in. Fleming's so good with this pitch, and he was waiting for it. Beat the pitch to its spot, and he got it into the stands. That is just a veteran paying attention to the scouting reports and cheating.
It was LeMahieu. He takes a strike. Boy, you're right about that.
How many times have we seen that pitch to left-handed hitters? They either foul it off or they swing over the top of it.
Now a liner into left by LeMahieu. A two-out base hit follows the home run.
And when I said cheating to all the overreactors out there, I mean cheating in, looking for a pitch in and cheating in, not cheating.
Yeah. The term has multiple meanings.
Yes.
Even the dictionary points that out from time to time.
There is a sensitive group out there that at times you need to go the extra mile.
Tears at Bader, down and in. Ball, no strikes. All you'd have to do is look at your honest face to know what you meant.
You don't want me on Snoop Cam right now. You don't.
1-0 pitch. Oops, there's a shot in the deep left field, and Arozarena's going to run out of room. Bader, who has been a constant thorn here in the side of the Rays, hits one out, a two-run shot. And just like that, in the span of 5 pitches, it's a 3-0 game.
Change up. Harrison Bader. Let's see where the location is. Just a little bit too far out over the plate. They want that pitch down and away, and as it kind of leaks back to the middle, Bader's able to get down and through it. Waited back long enough. And boy, he has been a pain here with the Rays. Came into this game, he had driven in 5 of the 7 Yankee runs in the series up to today, and then a couple more.
Strike.
And that's 7 of the 10 runs driven in by Harrison Bader. He didn't even start yesterday.
He stays wide. 2-1. Ball on the ground is short. Franco's throw is in time. 6 men come to the plate. 3 score. 3-0. Tomorrow, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. We'll hear from the Rays left-hander Shane McClanahan. He'll be on the mound. And Doug Wechter is going to break down Adley Rutschman, the fine young catcher of that Baltimore ball club. Jose Siri fouling a pitch back. Bottom in the 3rd underway. Well, the Rays suddenly find themselves down 3-0. All in the span of 5 pitches at the top of the inning. That home run by Bader, the first given up by Fleming this year. So the Rays have their work cut out for them now, but they have the rest of the afternoon to try to do it.
Well, and you're going to, listen, you need base runners, and you're going to try and make Garrett Cole work. A lot easier said than done. You know, all of his starts this season, he's given up 2 earned runs or fewer. So it'll be a tough task, but certainly an offense that is more than capable. Top scoring offense in Major League Baseball, most home runs.
3-1 is popped up, foul. That will wind up out of play. The Rays saw their 4-game winning streak in yesterday in a 3-2 loss to the Yankees. Down 3-2 in the bottom of the 3rd of this game. Down 3-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. There's a foul ball up the right side. 3-2 again. Get on the ground to third base. Cabrera makes the play. One away.
The fields, front lawns, and backyards of America. Bad boy.
Well, one gone. Top of the lineup, Yandy Diaz. Pitch is inside. Diaz comes into this game 12 of 35, now 12 of 36 against Garrett Cole with a home run. And the league has not done much against Cole all year. In fact, the lefty-righty breakout, the opposition hitting 176 against him overall, 176 for right-handed hitters, 176 for left-handed hitters.
You can't get any more consistent than that. I mean, that really is, in a nutshell, the start that Cole has gotten off to.
And there is ball 4. So the Rays got a base runner on the 4-pitch walk. Let's check in with Tricia.
Well, yeah, guys, I've gotten a lot of questions recently about Yandy Diaz's pink shoes and his pink belt, because recently he's been wearing them every single game. So I asked him before the game what it's all about. He said it's to honor his wife. As you guys know, Yandy's wife is pregnant, and Yandy and his wife are expecting their first baby. After every home run, Yandy does the rock the baby gesture to honor his wife, and now he wears all of that pink just to honor her, because it's her favorite color, guys.
Now that is in-depth reporting.
That really, yeah, and answers a lot of questions from up here, out, you know, among the Twitterverse and the fans. So good for him.
Strike to Franco. It's 1-1. Ball 2 strikes. That pitch disappeared, and Franco is out on strikes.
I mean, a left turn from the center field view. 91, it's in the zone, you got to commit, and then that ball just dives.
I mean, if you were a hitter and you were going to outlaw a pitch, that would be it. I'm telling you, 91 with that kind of late break.
The back leg, back foot, disappearing slider.
Yep. And now it's Will Little and Garrett Cole. Aaron Boone's going to come out, and I'm guessing that had something to do with the clock. Whatever it was, Cole was not in complete agreement with Will Little. There's a strike for Rosarena. Chop, that's fair, back of the bag. Cabrera thrown to first, not in time. Boy, that was close, and what an effort by Cabrera down there at third base. A base hit for Rosarena, and only because he can run is it a base hit.
Yeah, because Cabrera gets an awful lot on this throw. Going out behind third base and in foul territory, he was still able to get a lot on that throw for that positioning on the fly. But you're right, Rosarena smelling that infield hit. Long last step, gets there just in time. Well, that was a heck of an athletic play and throw by Cabrera.
Now Brandon Lau against Cole. Foul back. Lau out pitcher first, his first time up. Well, New York hit a couple balls out in the top of the inning on their way to a 3-run inning. Now the Rays, 2 men on, 2 men out, potential tying run at the plate. 1-1. Brandon with the 0 for 1 today, 5 of 20 in his career against Cole. And it's cued foul, 1-2. Rosarena with the chopper back at third, the base hit. He's now been on base in 18 consecutive games. Aaron Judge out of the lineup. That right hip, among others. They do not have Judge and Stanton. Two balls, 2 strikes. Donaldson on the shelf. On deck, Harold Ramirez for the Rays. As Lau works this count even. Ground ball, foul. Well, there's the injury list. Part of them. You look at 3 offensive players on the left of your screen, and then those arms, they were counting on those arms as well.
Yeah, I mean, Montas being down. How about Carlos Rodon, the big free agent acquisition, and he's got a chronic back issue. No idea when he may be back.
High popper, short left. Hicks gets there and makes the catch from left field, and the Rays leave 2. 3-0 New York. 3-game weekend matchup beginning Friday, May 19th. It runs through Sunday, the 21st. Tickets are on tap now. Visit RaysBaseball.com. Cabrera. First pitch is a strike. Cabrera, Trevino, and then Hicks against Josh Fleming.
You know, as you were making that read and we were coming back for this half inning, if we could have gotten the camera back about 2 seconds earlier, the fans at home would have been in for a treat.
The roller is short. Franco up with it. And in routine fashion, Cabrera is out number 1.
Timing is everything.
It is. One of the truisms of life. Jose Trevino, the catcher in the batter's box. Ball, no strike count. Two and 0. Boy, I'll tell you, that 3rd inning shows you how quickly things can happen. In the span of 5 pitches, 3 runs are on the board.
You are not kidding. I mean, it's
going to be foul out of play.
And that's why you have to have, listen, your concentration level has to be through the roof. And not saying that Josh's wasn't. I mean, he got 2 quick outs, and then all of a sudden you're going to Anthony Rizzo with a pitch that you have dominated lefties with all season. And you throw that pitch, except Rizzo's cheating for it, and he's able to get to it. Well, and then LeMahieu, he does his thing. And Bader, who's been a pain for the last couple of days. And you're right, you blink of an eye.
There's a walk. Trevino heads to first. 1 on, 1 out.
Reveal a world of excitement. Anytime, anywhere. Try these new scratch-offs from the Florida Lottery.
Now the number 9 hitter, left fielder Aaron Hicks. Ball and no strikes to Hicks. He was 0 for 4 in the game yesterday. One. One. You know, you look at this New York lineup with a couple of switch hitters in the lineup. Everybody except Rizzo hitting from the right side, and Rizzo is the guy who took Fleming deep. It's a pop-up foul. 2-2.
Yeah, Fleming has had his way with lefties up to this point. A 130 average, a 130 on base. He hasn't even walked one. And again, that two-seamer's a big reason why. Anthony Rizzo took note.
Ground ball fair between Paredes and the bag. Extra bases. That ball kicks out to Arozarena. They're going to send Trevino, and the throw is dropped. As Paredes looked toward the plate, thinking about making a play there, the ball dropped out of his hand. So Trevino scores, and it's 4-0.
And that whole play, they had a really good chance to get Trevino. When they sent him, I thought, boy, the Rays they're gonna peg him at the plate. First, you got the breaking ball that Hicks is able to get out and around and pound it up the line. Here comes Randy Arozarena, and you basically have two cutoff men close together. Overthrows the first one. That throw a little bit too much arc, and then Paredes having trouble getting it out of the glove.
A chop to short. Goes throw in time, and that takes care of the Yankee shortstop, the Volpe.
I think Randy kind of rushed that throw, and that's why it had that hump in it, that arc. Ends up going over a couple of heads of the Rays infielders, and then the play couldn't be made.
Gleyber Torres singled his first time up.
I've seen this a lot from Rays outfielders, but giving up the line, you know, kind of bunching more towards the middle of the field. Even now, Randy Arozarena is so far off that left field line, he's past second base.
That's up the right side, headed for the corner. Margot's going to have to go in and play the carom. Hicks will score. Torres in at second, and it's a 5-run game. Torres' 6th double of the year.
Well, two-seam fastball down and away, but guess what? When guys start to dive out there, that's not a bad pitch in a bad location, but they know it's going to be there. Very rarely this season have we seen Josh Fleming pitching right-handers in with the fastball, so the guys that are paying attention start to dive, and they're able to get to the pitches that they shouldn't.
Kyle Snyder with the Rays battery on the mound. 3-run third, a 2-run fourth. Hicks and Torres with the runs batted in this inning. Rizzo with a long ball in the third solo, and the 2-run home run by Bader, capping the 3-run third. And here's Rizzo again. Pitch is away. Here's a look at the pitch and the home run.
Got to that two-seamer before it was able to finish its job and got the Yankees off and running.
Takes it for a strike. Coming with the breaking ball in there that time. Too wide. And in scoring position, 2 outs. Strike out there on the corner. 2-2. A little bit in for ball 3. Well, the Rays saw the Yankees score 3 times in the 8th inning of yesterday's game. Prior to that, the Rays were 0-14 when trailing after 7 innings. The Rays held a 2-0 lead going into the 8th yesterday. And New York put up 3. They have 5 on the board, 3 in the 3rd, 2 more in the 4th inning. And this is the wrap-up game of the series. And ball 4 to Rizzo. Fleming giving up the second walk of the inning. That puts 2 men on with 2 men out. And DJ LeMahieu will bat. LeMahieu singled in their 3-run 3rd, batting again in the 4th. He looks at strike 1. On the ground is short. Toss, Franco to Lau. A 2-run score. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Ramirez will lead it off. To the bottom of the 4th inning. Well, they've been very good against the fastball overall, average 4th. And you get down into slugging, home runs, and hard hit rate, number 1 in those. Well, they're seeing a guy who features that fastball, but boy, he is dominated with that fastball. We'll see how it all works out. Harold Ramirez takes a breaking pitch down and away to begin the bottom of the 4th. Strike, and Cole has dominated, and there's a reason he's dominated with that fastball.
Location.
Yep.
I mean, look, that's it. You have a good fastball and you can locate it. I don't care if a guy's a good fastball hitter or not. He's going to have trouble with it. You can get it down to the bottom of the zone. You can get to the top of the zone above and get him to chase. It's all about getting it into good areas. You know, the Rays feast on fastballs, a lot of mistake fastballs. They don't miss. But again, if you locate, you're going to give anybody trouble.
2-2 here on Ramirez. Harold with the base hit in the 2nd inning is 4 for 6 in his career against Garrett Cole. Rays have some ground to try to make up. And there's a reach and a swing and miss. Boy, that's 96 out there with some running action.
Trying to protect. Yeah, that's what Harold's doing here with 2 strikes. Too close to take. So you see that emergency hack. But again, what was the pitch? Fastball. What did he do? He located it very well. And so that doesn't mean you don't throw it. You just got to put it in good spots.
Paredes takes the fastball up, 1-0. Well, as much as he's been up and in with that fastball, he just showed to Ramirez he can command that pitch just off the plate out there as well. 2-0. And he hits that corner, just a bit of that one at 95 for a strike. Boy, talk about a 2-0 pitch. That is impressive.
With a hitter that's looking for a fastball 2-0. He just puts it in an impossible area.
Just missed with that one. 97, a little off the plate. Margot on deck. That's a shot down the line. Will it be fair? That's a foul ball. Well, 3-1, and Paredes jumped on it. Just a little foul.
Well, you see right there, hook, 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 and just slide to the left of that fair pole.
There's a shot down the line again, and this one is foul. A couple of those. And a souvenir. How about that? Congratulations to him. Some great glove work.
Yeah. I mean, look at that excitement, too, huh?
So on the ground is short. Volpe with the throw over to first, and Paredes is the second out.
Number 13, Manuel Marco.
Well, 2 up and 2 down. Well, you can see Garrett Cole kind of lonely when it comes to him and the rest of the starters there.
And we saw that graphic where you had Montas and Carlos Rodon and Luis Severino on the IL. So, you know, relying on some other guys. And it has not gone as smoothly as it certainly has gone for Garrett Cole. Like I said, he has single-handedly kept this team afloat, winning all of his 7 starts, and for good reason. The 1.35 ERA. Not giving up anything. Still has yet to give up a home run this season. He's almost 50 innings in.
Fly ball the other way to right. Kinder Falefa makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. On to the 5th, 5-0 New York.
Back to the 3rd inning, 2 outs, and already a run on the board. Harrison Bader, our T-Mobile coverage cam. He got a changeup that was kind of yanked back towards the middle of the plate, was able to lift it and drop it into the seats in left field. He has been a thorn in the Rays side here in this series.
Here he is leading off the 5th inning. Takes the pitch away, 1-0.
And here's what we're talking about. 7 runs driven in the series. A couple of homers.
1-1. The Yankees have 12 runs in the series. He's driven in 7 of them.
And didn't even start yesterday.
Yep.
Came off the bench as a pinch hitter. Had 2 carbon copy hits, little bloops into right field. Ended up winning the game for the Yankees.
He drives it back into deep right center. Series on the run, looking up, and that ball is going to be in play. Already around second. Bader heads for third, and he is safe head first. Racing over from center. Here it is again.
Well, let's take a look. You've got Manuel Margot over here in Siri. They got a lot of ground to cover. That ball's up there for a long time, but they're not able to get there. Short hops the wall, and then Bader, well, he got a sense rounding first base that he had a chance for 3, and he got it.
Well, the infield comes up. Kinder Falefa swings and misses. Strike 1. I mean, Bader's doing it every which way. The 3-run home run Friday. 2 singles, 2 runs batted in. Getting into the game beyond the middle part of the game yesterday. and now a home run and a triple in this game. Off a jam by that pitch, fouled it. Kiner Falefa still 0-2. Foul. Well, the Yankees here as a team have hit for the cycle now with that triple by Bader. A couple doubles in the fourth. Triple by Bader, 2 home runs in the third. The rest of their hits have been singles, 8 hits total. Ground ball down to third. Paredes makes sure Bader remains there and makes the throw to first. That's the initial out in the 5th inning.
Well, the Rays acknowledging that you just cannot allow the Yankees anything more. 5 may be too much. We'll see at the end of the day. But that's why they're so aggressively bringing that infield in. Nobody out. You've got to cut down or attempt to cut down every run.
Although Cabrera, he has a hit. Single came in the 2nd inning, 1-0. And to center field. Siri back to make the catch. Bader the tag. He heads to the plate. The throw comes in, but not in time. And Bader scores his 2nd run of the game. Cabrera picks up the run batted in on the sacrifice fly to center. 6-0 now, New York.
Well, Cabrera, all he was trying to do was get a pitch to elevate. Just get the ball in the air, and you've got a really good chance to get that run home, and that's exactly what he did.
Catcher Jose Trevino, and the pitch is a strike. Into center. Series there to make the catch. The run scores as a result of the leadoff triple and the sacrifice fly. 5th inning brought to you by your local GMC dealers. To you by GTE Financial, where banking is instantly easy. And by Toyota, let's go places. The relay race is going on here in the middle of this game as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, the races have been real and real competitive for the most part. Oh, here comes Raymond. Got him.
Can't take anything for granted. Bethencourt leading off, and he takes a strike.
DJ Kitty took the foot off the pedal.
Nope. Lesson to be learned. Popped up foul, going to come straight back. Out of play, 0-2.
That's what's great about the relay races here. They provide teachable moments.
Mm-hmm. Wide there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Garrett Cole acting as if he wanted that pitch, that it was missed. It missed well off the plate, but.
And now Bethencourt is out on strikes. 1 away.
We'll go right back to that slider. Boy, he keeps that spin tight. Bethencourt not able to hold up. You know, all these secondary pitches for Garrett Cole, they all improve with better fastball command, and that's what he has shown here this season.
Siri shoots this one high and deep to straightaway center. Bader's going to go to the wall, and that baby is gone. Home run number 3 for Jose Siri. And the Rays are on the board. Siri has hit the first home run given up this year by Garrett Cole.
That's after 51 innings. But wait till you see, we talk about Garrett Cole and how good his location has been with his four-seam fastball. Let's look at this one. No, belt middle. That's where far too many of his fastballs ended a season ago. That's where he led the league, giving up 33 home runs, and Siri able to take advantage of that mistake. And that's what you're going to have to do.
Yandy fouls it up the right side, out of play.
Hasn't made many, but when he does, you've got to capitalize, and the Rays getting one back.
Strike two. Yeah, you're right. When you think about the home runs he gave up a year ago, 33. And here we are. There's a base hit through the hole on the left side. So Diaz, who has a history of success against Cole, picks up his first hit today, on for the second time. He singled off the 0-2 pitch.
Looked to be the curveball. That just kind of rolled into the zone. Not a lot of break on it. Yandy Diaz following it down and then hammering that ball.
Wander Franco looking for his first hit. Strike 96 at the knees.
Well, how about Trevino getting under that pitch? He's got that leg out to the side and able to get that fastball down at the bottom of the zone.
Plate 1-1.
And the reason that Trevino is willing to do that with a base runner on is he does not believe at all that Yandy Diaz is going to go anywhere. Down 5, he's going to stay put so he can go down and get low, because you'd be in no position to throw there if a guy tried to steal. He knows that's not going to happen.
There's a chopper over the head of LeMahieu. Glove by Torres. No play. Now they're going to go to third, and that ball is loose. Yandy's going to head to the plate. He will score. Up to second base goes Franco, and the Rays have their second run. It's 6-2, and with a man in scoring position.
Well, a little bit of life here for the Rays. That ball coming in on Wander Franco. He's able to pop it right into the ground, get it over the head of LeMahieu, who was holding the runner. Nice job by Torres to glove it. And Yandy Diaz aggressively heading to third. That throw short hops. Cabrera gets by him. That play right there having a little 12U feel to it. Ball getting thrown around. Base runners keep going. And the Rays, a little bit of life here. Cut into the lead further. Got that runner out at second, too, with one out.
Now the home run by Siri, then the base hit by Diaz. It's going to be a base hit for Franco. An error charged to Torres on the throw. Franco winds up at second. The Rays get their second run of the inning. There's Randy Arozarena. He fouls it back. He had a pretty good cut at that pitch.
Yes, he did. That was a hanging slider. I mean, right down the middle of the plate. And Garrett Cole very lucky that that ball didn't get pasted. Randy Arozarena has such a flair for the dramatic.
Down and away. It's 1-1. Rays with 3 hits in the inning after the initial strikeout. An error in the mix as well. There goes the runner to third, and the throw is not going to be in time. Franco steals third base. That's his 8th stolen base of the year.
Get to third, less than 2, and boy, he had a moving lead. Was not stopped by Cole. Off to the races. I don't think that tag, the initial tag, got him. He was able to get that left hand in there. Let's see. Looked like he went right over top of that left hand into the dirt. Franco got in.
Swing and miss by Randy.
One of the few times that we've seen Randy get too long with the swing. He's done such a great job of not doing that all season long, which is why his production has been so consistent. Right there, that swing got a little bit long and the fastball beat him.
Count's going to go full. 98 up and away.
When that swing, and we haven't seen it, like I said, a lot, when it gets long, the hands push away from the body and it opens up holes in the swing. Stay direct to the ball.
3-2, and he is called out on strikes. That throws him.
And it was right down the middle. You got to believe that Randy was sitting slider. He was just sitting slider. You don't take this pitch. I mean, that's not a well-located fastball. That's a fastball right down Broadway. So he had to be looking for a different pitch.
Well, a big out for Cole. 2 gone. Now Brandon Lau. And he missed the fastball. Strike 1. Cole in that 98 range here. Reaching back a little bit. Seven foul back. 0-2. Home run series. Back-to-back hits. Diaz and Franco, an error in the middle of that. Lau stepping back. I think they're having some communication issues.
Well, I know all about that.
Don't we all? Up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lau is out on strikes, and the Rays settled for 2. It's 6-2 New York. In the 3rd, 2 outs, bases empty. Anthony Rizzo hit number 6. Harrison Bader with a man aboard, connected for the 2nd time. That made it a 3-run inning. They added 2 in the 4th, another run in the 5th, and the Rays got on the board with the bases empty and 1 out. First pitch fastball. Jose Siri right back down the middle, gone to center. Diaz single, following base hit by Franco, and that ball got thrown around a little bit. An error on the throw by Torres, allowing Diaz to score. The Rays leave a man on in the 2nd inning, but they get on the board. It's now 6-2 as we go to the 6th inning. Aaron Hicks leads off, and the first pitch is in there, a strike. Hicks, the number 9 hitter, back around to the top side. 0-2. Anthony Volpe, the shortstop, next, and then Gleyber Torres. Played 1-2. Out there and takes the pitch. 2-2. Tapper foul. It's been Fleming after Javi Guerra opened. Worked a scoreless first, left a couple men on. Yankees have had runners on base in every inning. Hopper toward the line and left. Franco angling out from short. Fair ball, and he's there to make the catch just inside the line. 1 away. Rays pitchers strike out 10 hitters during a home game. Go to any Canes furniture store within 5 days. Receive a Tijuana Flats coupon. Visit CanesStrikeout.com. Anthony Volpe, the shortstop. A couple strikeouts and a ground ball out. Pitch is down. Nothing. He's hit the road after this game. 3-0. Head into Baltimore. Stop in Baltimore before New York. A week-long stay in New York, playing both the Yankees and the Mets. Strike one. 3-1. McClanahan will pitch tomorrow against the Orioles. And a walk. Volpe. The third walk given up by the Rays lefty. The Yankee shortstop, a threat to run. 1 on, 1 out. Gleyber Torres at the plate. No strikes. Chop. Paredes. It's the throw to first. Volpe heads into second base. He's there with 2 gone.
That's where Isak wanted to go, but recognizing Volpe getting to second base rather quickly, decided not to risk it. Take the sure out. And then Josh Fleming can make a pitch here and get out of this inning.
Anthony Rizzo, 2 walks and in between the home run. Volpe dancing away from second. Back and forth. The pitch is down and away. Volpe got off to that slow start. He was 4 for 31 at one point with 12 strikeouts. But he's the -- 1 prospect for the Yankees and in many rankings the 5th overall in baseball. 2-0, and they like to point out the likes of Aaron Judge got off to a 171 start in his first 22 games. -0.
Yeah, the other thing they talk about with Volpe, not only the skills that he brings on the field, but just the character, you know, the kind of the makeup. You know, playing shortstop for the New York Yankees is kind of a big deal, especially when you're as highly touted as he is, but handles it very well.
So it draws the walk. So 2 men on with 2 men out. LeMahieu is going to be the hitter. Sign up. You're a little slugger for the Rays Rookies Kids Club for only $40. The MVP membership includes a free kids meal at every home game and more. Join today at RaysBaseball.com/RaysRookie. Here's LeMahieu. Both runners a hop there. That pitch was made down 1-0. You know, the Rays headed to Baltimore, and with that in mind, you know, another guy who got off to a slow start in his career was Cal Ripken. He played 43 games and was hitting 135.
Wow. Wow, 43 games, pretty good sample size.
Yep. Over a season. 1-1, so gotta be patient.
And you know what? So much tougher to do nowadays. Patience out the window.
Yep. on the ground to third, into the glove of Paredes and across to Diaz. Couple walks and 2 men left. We go to the bottom of inning 6. 6-2 New York.
An angry Baltimore bunch, because right here in the bottom of the 12th inning in a 2-2 ball game, Michael Harris deep to left center field, short hop the wall. That was with runners at first and second base. So an easy score there for the Braves in a tough, hard-fought 12-inning ball game. They come out the 3-2 victors.
Harold Ramirez jumps on the first pitch, shoots it up the gap into left center field. That ball's going to go to the deep corner out there. Harold around second and puts on the brakes there with a double. Now Ramirez coming out swinging here in the 6th inning. That gives him 2 for 3.
Well, another fastball that was not well located. They're trying to come in. They want that ball up. It's not up, and Harold Ramirez just drops the barrel all over it. Finds the hole, gets it to the fence, and gets the Rays off to a quick start here in the 6th.
Yusok Paredes 0 for 2. The take on the pitch down. Slider to start him. You know, Ramirez with that double, 2 for 3 today. He is now 5 of 8 in his career against Garrett Cole. Strike 1-1. That's a shot back into the corner. That one hops the wall. It goes out of play. Ramirez will score. Paredes has himself a double, and the Rays have another run. It's 6-3.
Starting to build a little bit of momentum here. The other thing that they're doing is, we talked about it early. Cole makes a mistake, you can't let him get away with it. Hanging slider right there, stays middle of the plate and up. Paredes laces it into the corner, short hop the low wall.
Now with a runner at second, Manuel Margot. Want to know? Nothing. Garrett Cole retreats to the back of the mound. Trevino headed to the hill. The Yankees going to get a big conference going out there. And Blake, pitching coach, on his way. MLB Ballpark app completes your next visit to Tropicana Field. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and a lot more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Well, the Rays trying to build something here. They scored 2 runs in the 5th. Now another run in the 6th inning. So they've reduced that 6-run deficit to make it a 6-3 game. And Will Margot up in the count. The other way. 2-1. Action in the New York bullpen up the left field side. That's a strike. Taken at the knees. Inside part of the plate. 97 down there. Tapper foul. Margot stays alive. bit of that one, a foul ball. A high pitch count this year from Garrett Cole is 109. It was against Minnesota. Last time out, he made 108 pitches against Cleveland. Here's the pitch count right now. 92. That's going to be wide. The count is full. Upstairs, he walks Margot. Nice at bat there by Manuel Margot. 2 men on. Nobody out.
Well, this Rays offense, they have been taking advantage of mistakes. They have been forcing Garrett Cole to work, and they finally have been able to build here some momentum. You know, 2 runners, nobody out. You've cut the lead in half.
Christian Bethancourt bats, representing the potential tying run. He swings and it's one back into center. Bader's going to go to the track. That baby is gone. Bethancourt, a 3-run shot. How about that? Christian Bethancourt on that first pitch. And the Rays have tied this game at 6.
This team just keeps coming at you. They just keep coming at you. Down 6 to Garrett Cole. All tied up.
Ball to the bullpen. Brought to you by the Florida Lottery. And Christian Bethancourt. This game tied 6-6. Jose Siri now facing Jimmy Cordero. And the pitch is down. Cole gone after 5 innings plus 4 hitters. And now that's a strike, 1-1. 97 in there. Center fielder homered in the 5th inning. And he takes ball 2 downstairs. So 5 innings plus for Cole. He had a 6-run lead. He leaves, allowing 6 runs on 8 hits, 95 pitches. And it's 3-1 to Siri.
It's hard to put into words what we just saw happen. I mean, Garrett Cole, 6-run lead going into the bottom of the 5th inning. It's over, right? As close as it could be.
I'll tell you, it's pretty amazing. There's ball 4 to Siri.
And these Rays hitters started putting together some amazing at-bats. They took advantage of every mistake that was made out over the plate. And then Christian Bethancourt, right there, another slider. Saw the slider that he missed to Paredes. Misses another one to Bethancourt, and he puts it over the wall in center. Had not given up a home run this season. Has given up a couple here in this ball game, and that one tied it.
Yandy Diaz takes the first pitch inside. 1 ball, no strikes. What a moment for Bethancourt and the Rays coming back from a 6-run deficit. 1-1.
I mean, we were excited. Siri hits the solo shot to center, and like, oh, okay, they got one back. It's only 6-1. And then here they come. My goodness.
For the first, the series back in. There is a start and stop, and the ball gets away from Trevino. Siri will round second aggressively and hang on there as Trevino chased that ball to the backstop.
I think Jose was trying to bait Trevino to throw the ball down to second. Their ball gets by him. He takes an aggressive turn. And then right here, watch him. No, throw it. Go ahead, throw it.
Siri now in scoring position.
Claws are out, Dwayne.
And there is ball 3. 3-1.
So some of these misses by Cordero pretty wide of the mark.
Up the right side, foul down toward the bullpen. Wandy Peralta in the bullpen down the left field side for New York.
You have got to, at minimum, play some small ball here. Get the runner to third, get him in, or just do it yourself.
There goes Siri, and a little tap off the mound. The throw to first, and Siri's going to score. Siri scores. He was breaking to third, and on that little tap, when Cordero turned to make the throw to first, you knew Siri was going to beeline it to the plate, and then the collision with Will Little.
And here's the thing. You can do that if the pitcher, you know, maybe Cordero didn't know that he was running, but you got to give him a look. He goes and he's just worried about fielding the ball and throwing. And so he's able to do that. But in the meantime, Jose Siri had a full head of steam. Here's the other thing. You know, you're stealing third right there is what you're doing. But then there was the recognition that the ball got put into play. So he kept his feet, took the aggressive turn, realized Cordero was paying him no mind. He goes home and scored. And you're right. I mean, right flat, right into Will Little.
Oh, foul ball. Let's take a look at Siri.
Watch, the ball's put into play. Now he's just reading. He's not going to look at me. Off I go. And that's Jose Siri apologizing. Not his fault.
Now a tap to the right side. Flores makes the throw to first to retire Franco. The Rays have taken the lead in the most unorthodox way you could imagine.
Walk, wild pitch, running, trying to steal third, realizing the ball gets put into play. You pick it up. Okay, now you're reading the pitcher. Cordero pays him no mind, so he just makes a beeline and scores. How about it?
A 5-run inning. Here's a Rosarena. Strike one. So the Rays turn the walk to Siri into a run. 0-2 count. Bounding ball foul. Rosarena, the 8th man to come to the plate for the Rays. It all started with the double by Ramirez. Back-to-back doubles from Harold Ramirez and Isaac Paredes. That's a strike call. So Rosarena caught looking, but the Rays have an unbelievable inning. They score 5, and at the end of 6, lead 7-6.
offensive night where they didn't produce like we're used to seeing. They were 1 for 12 with runners in scoring position. But leave it to the veteran Christian Bethancourt to put things into perspective and hit that 3-run home run to tie things up. Yesterday after the game, he said, listen, I know it was a rough night, but we can't complain about our offense this season. We're going to have nights like that, but we don't blame anyone because, guys, Christian Bethancourt basically saying their mentality is they know what they have. They know what this lineup is capable of. Rough nights like last night are going to happen, and they know that they can bounce back, as Bethancourt has displayed today, guys.
Well, it was truly an unbelievable bottom of the 6th inning. Bethancourt's 3-run home run to tie it. Then Siri got on the walk, wound up at second base, and Yandy Diaz, technically speaking, got a run batted in on a ground ball back to the pitcher. That's how it's scored. And here's Ryan Thompson now facing Harrison Bader, who has been a major nemesis here over the last 48 hours to the Rays. Want to know the count. Close right there.
I'll tell you this, I don't keep the cleanest of scorebooks. It pales in comparison to yours, obviously. I don't think I've ever been a part of a scoring play like that.
No, the two of us have seen a few games.
A few.
And I don't think I've ever seen a hitter get a run batted in with a runner beginning at second on a ground ball to the pitcher. And that's what happened.
Doesn't seem possible.
Well, they say you're always going to see something you've never seen before in this game, and I think we've seen it. That pitch runs inside, start of a swing, but a check, and that runs the count to 3-1. There's a strike. The Rays started to work their way back with 2 runs in the 5th. They put up a 5-run 6th. Bader with a full count. A tapper down the third base side, foul. Kiner Falefa's spot is due next. Jake Bauers is on deck. Base hit the other way, and Bader has his 3rd hit.
Well, I know what my game plan would be going forward with Bader. I mean, this guy, you talk about a pain. 2-seamer in. He's just going to stay and poke it. Let that ball get in on him. Didn't hit it hard, but he certainly hit it into an area where there was no defense. And he has done everything right against the Rays here offensively in this series.
Well, 3 hits today. He had those 2 big hits, particularly the RBI single driving in 2 in the 8th yesterday. The Rays have the conference on the mound. Kyle Snyder out there. Usually enjoy the action in premium, comfortable, and oversized seats in the first few rows along that first baseline. For more info, visit raysbaseball.com/chalkbox. Well, Jake Bauers will now pinch hit. A big swing and miss on a pitch. Boy, I don't know how Bethancourt caught that ball.
That's a slider that you literally could throw around the corner of a building. And you're right. That's going to test the lateral movement here. Not easy with that knee, too. Now it's about the reach, the reach, the reach. That ball missed by plenty, but Bethancourt able to glove it, thankfully.
That's a long one down the right side, foul. He had plenty of distance on that one. 1-1. Bowers on joining the Yankees. His first hit with New York was a home run. And he is swinging and missing on that one. Out on strikes.
I'll tell you what, after he got into that breaking ball, hit that long foul ball, Ryan Thompson smartly says, you know what, how about the heater then? And he rushes it upstairs, middle of the plate upstairs. That is an excellent pitch. Better execution.
It's Waldo Cabrera. Drove in a run with a fly ball in the fifth. Had a base hit his first time up. Tracks this one in. A strike toward the bottom of the zone. Down and in, snap throw to first. And back in there is Bader. Getting to the very back of that big bag. Bethencourt, the little problem here with that throwing hand, one of the fingers there. Taking a little time to make sure that's all right. A 1-1 count. Foul right back. Well, Thompson pitched yesterday, the third of an inning. He threw one pitch and got a fielder's choice out of that. Runner takes off. The pitch is fouled the other way. Down toward the New York bullpen. That is Bader retracing his steps. Up the right side toward the corner. That's going to be a fair ball and will bound out of play. So that will place runners at second and third. Now the Yankees have 2 men in scoring position.
Well, let's see where this fastball gets. Trying to get it in, up. And how about that? You got to give a lot of credit there to Cabrera to get the barrel out there and able to catch that ball and drop it down that right field line, fair territory. And here comes the Yankees.
Well, the catcher Jose Trevino at the plate. This pitch is a strike, very top of the zone. We're in the seventh. Rays at one point trail 6-0. They now lead 7-6, and the Yankees have a serious threat in the seventh. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Well, now you've gotten yourself to strikeout territory. So Trevino missing that slider there by plenty. The Rays playing their defense back, conceding this run. Be really nice if Thompson can find a punch out.
Ground ball third. A look toward the plate, but the play is going to be at first. Well, Bader scores. Of course he does. And the game is tied 7-7.
That 0-2 pitch, that slider right there just caught a little too much plate. He's trying to take that pitch off the plate away, get the strikeout, and instead it stays where Trevino can reach it. That's all he needed to do, was put that ball into play, and good chance that run was going to score.
So Bader continues to be a nemesis to the Rays. He scores the tying run. So the run batted in for Trevino. Aaron Hicks at the plate. Pops it up, foul. That's going to carry out a play. The Yankees are now 1 of 9 with runners in scoring position, but that out got a run home. Low there. Ball, 1 strike. It's inside. 2-1. Rays have had Garrett Clevenger up in the bullpen. Thompson started the 7th, gave up the base hit to begin the inning. Bader, he has scored the tying run. Hicks ahead, 3 balls and a strike. Fouls it. 3-2. Thompson had 5 scoreless outings since coming off the IL. Giving up a run here in this inning. And just wide. Could not get it to break enough, and he gives up the walk to Hicks. So Anthony Volpe will be the hitter with runners aboard for New York at first and second with 2 outs in a tie game. Bethencourt and Thompson spending some time together out there on the mound. And there's Clevenger. And Thompson wanting a new baseball. There were a couple there that didn't feel right to him, and Will Little obliges. Get in on the action with exclusive on-field seating. That would be in the Papa John's bullpen box. Reserve the Papa John's bullpen box by emailing hoopsales@raysbaseball.com. Volpe 0 for 3, walked in the 6th inning. First pitch. Thompson starts him with a strike. Right back, 0-2. Thompson working over the baseball out there. And the pitch is strike 3 call. Cabrera was on the move. Volpe took the pitch for a strike to retire the side. Run scores. We're in the middle of the 7th, tied 7th inning stretch, brought to you by your Suncoast Hyundai dealers.
They get it started. Isak Paredes, after a Harold Ramirez double, is able to skip the low wall, get the Rays a little bit closer, and then 6-3 with 2 runners aboard. Christian Bethencourt gets a hanging slider out over the plate and drives that over the fence and straightaway center. That would tie the ball game, and then this play right here, that little comebacker, and Jose Siri not stopping for anybody, noticing that Cordero's not paying him any mind. He's going to come humbling through the plate. Ran right into Will Little, the home plate umpire, who was busy watching the play down at first base, did not see or anticipate Siri coming. But the Yankees have answered. They have scored a run in the top of the 7th inning, and that's where we stand now. 7th inning, 7-7. Our new teeth now, game summary. And really, you have to give it to this Rays offense, the way that they were able to come back down 6-0 to Garrett Cole going into the bottom of the 5th inning. It was really looking bad, but I'll tell you, they came all the way back, tied it up, took the lead.
Well, if you were interested in calculating the odds about the Rays coming back, everybody would have gone home by then.
Think about it.
I'll tell you, that is an unbelievable comeback to have this game now tied going into the home half of the 7th inning.
You know what that does? That puts a lot of pressure on. You got to finish it. Yeah. You cannot pull a comeback like that against Garrett Cole and not finish the job.
Oh, I like the way you're thinking. Clay Holmes will be the new pitcher. Brandon Lau will be the first man to face him. Holmes, the 3rd pitcher for New York. And his fastball, mid-90s, is wide. 1 ball, no strikes. Jason Adam down there in the bullpen now. Ball 2, 2-0. The miss. Brandon's gone out pitcher first. Hit a fly ball to left and has struck out swinging. And a little check swing. Hopper back to the mound, knocked down. Picked up and the throw to first to LeMahieu in time. 1 away. Harold Ramirez bat against Holmes. That's a strike. 5 innings plus for Cole. 6 runs off him. Run off Cordero. Oh, strike. 2. It's foul the other way. It was Ramirez with a leadoff double. Started the uprising in the 6th. Paredes followed with a 2-base hit. He's on deck here in the 7th. And he checked. Boy, started to go out there and check. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Take a look. Yes, he did. Well, that's strong wrists and forearms.
A little wide. 2-2. He got a little piece of that one.
How?
Staying alive.
That ball's almost a foot off the plate. That slider was so far off the plate. Harold Ramirez able to somehow get to it.
Two again, and he is out on strikes. This time 97 got him for the second out.
Well, that two-seam fastball, and you can see where Harold Ramirez swinging where he thought that pitch was going to be, but that little two-seam action takes it back towards the middle of the plate and down. That's what he's saying. That thing just took off. What am I supposed to do?
Down and away here to Paredes.
He could have been talking about the two-seamer there or that slider, because both of them were shooting all over the place.
Yeah, now they're talking about the slider.
Yes.
The two-seamer first, then the slider. He goes, not one, but two.
Well, that's what has made Holmes so effective for the Yankees. You know, you get that two-seamer moving to the arm side, that slider ripping away to the glove side at those velocities.
Paredes is behind. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tapper right there, foul ball. Squares it at 2-2. In the game yesterday for an inning, gave up a hit, no runs, and he strikes out Paredes. So it's a 1-2-3, 7th inning, 2 strikeouts. We're tied at 7. Brought to you by the aggressive attorneys Winters and Yonker, and by Outback Steakhouse. Big plays deserve big steaks. Catering by Outback Steakhouse. 7-10-1 for New York, 7-8-0 for the Rays. The Rays picked themselves right up off the floor, down 6-0, scored 2 in the 5th, 5 in the 6th inning to grab the lead. New York back with a run to tie. And as we go to the 8th inning, Jason Adam will take over on the mound.
Well, 14 games this season, a 1.35 ERA, whip barely over 1. Fastball, changeup, and slider for Adam.
Gleyber Torres leads off. Pitch is in there for a strike.
That breaking ball, and I don't know if he's done it on purpose or not, but it's registering a few miles an hour, a couple at least. A little bit lower than it did a season ago. More change of speed.
Foul up the right side. That's going to be out of play.
But either way, his 3-pitch mix, and he uses them interchangeably. So, you know, the fastball, good two-seam, good life on it. That breaking ball with a lot of sweep to it, a good changeup that just seemingly doesn't get there.
Up and in. 95 up and in there. 1-2.
Well, and now you're like, okay, is it going to be that breaking ball down and away, the change of speed there? Does he change up on it? Timeout, a little late timeout there by Torres. You get one.
Torres thinking the same thing you are.
Yeah, he's trying to go through the Rolodex. What are the odds here?
And a little popper into short right center, and that's going to be Margot to make the catch on that one.
You know, what's interesting about that is if you're going to look at Jason Adam and how he uses his pitches over the long term, yeah, your odds of getting to that pitch that you are looking for in that count It's 33%.
Yep.
It could be one of three. And that's how he pitches. Makes it hard on a hitter.
Well, Anthony Rizzo has walked 3 times and homered today. '95 up.
Josh Fleming trying to come in with that two-seamer, a pitch that he has used so effectively against left-handed hitters, but this time Anthony Rizzo is looking for it.
And that's a strike out there on the corner. 1-1. Shot back into center field. Siri will go to the track. He has room back in that deep part of the ballpark. And boy, from the Rays' point of view, Rizzo hit it to the right part of the ballpark. Wow.
You're right about that. 404 to straightaway center field, and then it angles back a little bit into that corner you're talking about. And that's where the ball's going to head. There you go. You see the straightaway. You see the little angled corner. Give him a little bit of room to work with and make that play.
DJ LeMahieu. Pitch inside. Starts him with a fastball in there. And that's a strike. 1-1.
Yeah, he's another guy like Jalen Beeks. There's not a ton of difference between the changeup and the fastball velocity. Maybe 4 or 5 at the high end.
And then he comes with that. 1-2.
But Jalen Beeks is a guy, he'll rush that fastball in there 95. Next pitch is a changeup at 91. That's not a lot of separation. But these guys make it work.
Two balls, 2 strikes. LeMahieu chops it toward the middle. That's going to bounce through. With the fastball right back into center field. Picking up his second hit.
Yeah, and guess who that gets to the plate?
Yeah, I was afraid you were going to say that.
Oh my gosh, right there down the middle, get him to hit it right into the ground, but it clears Jason Adam, and you can see the middle infielders just splits him.
So a 2-out single. And here is Bader. For the Rays, he's been Darth Bader in this series.
I like it.
To put an end to that, there's a strike.
I'm a big fan of Darth Vader, not so much Darth Bader.
Well, let's see if they can put an end to this. A cut and a miss. 0-2. Bader's home run, a 2-run shot in the third.
Yeah, got a changeup that just got pulled to the center of the plate. He was able to get up and around it and get it out.
A step back by Jason Adam. Oh, 2 up a bit, put away. 1-2. Bader asking asking for time. One-two pitch. Lays off the breaking ball. 2-2. Jake Bauers on deck. Fly ball, right center. Margot and Siri. It's Siri this time to make the catch. No runs ahead and a man left. Margot's going to lead off the bottom of the 8th. Stay tuned for Rays Live, the postgame presented by Advent Health. Ryan and Doug along. Kevin Cash, you'll hear from him, and interviews from the clubhouse. A couple of big home runs off Garrett Cole in this game. Well, Clay Holmes had gone to the mound and warmed up, set to pitch the bottom of the 8th. Manuel Margot's spot was due up, but Josh Lowe has been announced as a pinch hitter, and with that we're going to get a pitching change. Wandy Peralta on the call to the bullpen, brought to you by the Florida Lottery. Set to begin the bottom of the 8th inning. Josh Lowe announced as a pinch hitter. That brought about the pitching change. The lefty Wandy Peralta. And the first pitch is strike one.
Now Aaron Boone had an interesting matchup situation there.
The hopper right side, and they throw to first. Dug out by LeMahieu. Well, that's good play by LeMahieu on that scoop at first.
You're not kidding. First of all, this is a tough little one hopper here for Torres. And then he gets it, doesn't step into the throw, throws it right into the dirt. And not an easy scoop by LeMahieu, kind of saving the day there.
Well, now it's Bethancourt against the left-hander, Peralta. And he takes a big cut and a miss. Peralta keeping that away from him out there with the fastball.
We were just talking about this matchup where Peralta stay away with the hard stuff as it runs away, and Bethancourt right there. See, Bethancourt early in counts, he is looking to go hard to left field.
Yep.
So he flies open, the two-seamer runs away. They're not going to meet.
Quickly 2 strikes here on Bethancourt. Ball, 2 strikes. Michael King listening in the bullpen down the left side. Colin Poche. It's a little foul ball. Left-hander Poche working in the bullpen up the right side. It down. It's 2-2. And a full count. Well, he got the left-handed bat of Josh Lowe. Left-handed hitters this year now 0 for 20 against Peralta. He got ahead 0-2 to Bethancourt. Now the full count and a swing and miss. Stayed down and away and got him on strikes.
This time the changeup. The fastball's to get ahead, the changeup down, and what a great spot. That's just a perfect location. Great arm speed, and you see Bethancourt can't reach it.
Jose Siri. And we've got a little issue here. That's a ball 1. pitch was made, but it was late. So it's 1-0. One. Big cut and a foul ball. Home run by Siri to open the bottom of the 5th inning, open the scoring for the Rays.
Yeah, that got it started. That was one of the mistakes. Garrett Cole did not make a mistake or two the first 4 innings. From the 5th into the 6th, he made a number of them, and the Rays capitalized every time. That was one. Fastball wasn't elevated where he was so good today. That stayed right in the middle and gave the Rays a little heartbeat.
And a swing and miss. Siri a big cut. It's 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 8th. We go to the 9th, tied at 7.
Run the numbers down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's
New pitcher for the Rays as we go to the 9th. Colin Poche. He'll be facing Jake Bowers. Swings and misses. Lefty on lefty here to begin the 9th. Josh Lowe stays on after pinch hitting. He's in right. 0-2. Gura for 1, Fleming 5, Thompson 1, Adam 1, and now Poche. Bowers calling for time. And he is out on strikes. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, you're not going to see that sequence very often from Colin Poche. Slider, slider, and another one. All of them high quality. Leads to the strikeout. Boy, coming right downhill and down and away. Bowers just cannot hold up.
So Oswaldo Cabrera. Inside, up a bit maybe.
That's 4 in a row. I'll bet he's not done that in a bullpen session. He's taking it right out to the field. Slider, slider, slider.
And now the fastball, 1-1. Get the swing, a check. 2-1. We take the count to 2-2.
That's where Colin can be so effective with that fastball, that 4-seam right at the top of the zone, maybe even a little above it. Gets good carry. Good reach.
This one all the way back to the base of the stands. And the count's going to be full.
Almost as if he was trying to reach us.
Maybe he was. 3-2. Ooh, upstairs. And the walk. So 1 out pass. Cabrera stationed at first base. Jose Trevino, the catcher. Runner takes off. The pitch is a strike, and the throw is kicked away, but toward the shortstop Franco. So a stolen base. Cabrera on the run. He is now 5 of 5 in that department.
Well, taking advantage of the high leg kick there, Colin Poche. Christian Bethencourt really didn't have a chance, and Ray's very fortunate that that ball did not get loose into the outfield and allow Cabrera a chance to get over to third with just one out. Right to Franco.
A foul the other way.
Well, you see Trevino doing everything he could to try to get on top of that fastball. You anticipate it, you try to shorten your swing and get up high. See if that's recognized by the battery and if they do anything different here. Try to go a little higher, try the off speed. Trevino choking up a little bit on that bat too.
Here's a 2-strike pitch. Popped up right side. That will carry into the seats. A few rows back of the dugout. Tied at 7 in the top of the 9th. Fly ball center field. Series going to be there to make the catch, the tag and the throw, and no attempt to move up by Cabrera. 2 gone.
Well, they did try to go higher with Trevino, and he was able to get up to that pitch. That's the only way you're getting up there, is if you're cheating and shortening your swing. Ends up being a harmless fly ball, and now 1 out to go.
Kyle Snyder's going to make another trip to the mound. Aaron Hicks, who doubled in a run and scored a run in the 4th inning and then walked in the 7th. He is 1 for 3. As it breaks up. Ray scored 2 runs in the 5th and 5 in the 6th to overcome a 6-0 deficit. We're tied at 7 now. Here's Hicks. It's inside. Upstairs. Hicks has the count in his favor.
Well, this has been his much better side of the plate here in 2023. And now he's got a 2-0 count to work with.
And a high strike there. 3-1. Foul straight back. And it's 2-2. Top of the 9th. Pope, the top of the order on deck. Two, way up. So the count is full. Cabrera walked, stole second. He's there with 2 gone. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball into right. Josh Lowe is there, and the Rays will come into bat, and the bottom of the 9th. They will have the top of the lineup coming up. Diaz, Franco, and Arozarena do. New York Yankees tied 7-7. The new pitcher will be Michael King. The Rays will have the top of the lineup with Yandy Diaz to lead off, then Wander Franco and Randy Arozarena.
Well, Michael King in 10 games, a 1.42 ERA. He's going to feature four-seam, two-seam, a sweeping slider, and then a changeup to go along with it with an added dose of deception.
Well, Yandy Diaz will lead it off. Rays will be looking for their third walk-off of the year. A couple against the White Sox on a Brandon Lau home run and a base hit by Randy Arozarena. And now the first pitch here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Ball one to Yandy Diaz. Wide, 2-0. Rays at one time trailed by 6. Tied in the bottom of the ninth. It's a strike, 2-1. Had a game in 2011 when they came back from 7 runs against the Yankees. That was in game 162. Now it's 3 balls and a strike. King with the 3-1. Oh, and a strike. Yandy leaning back from that pitch, and he thought that was inside. Could have been.
Borderline pitch, and it goes the way of Michael King. Could have easily and maybe should have called that a ball. Close.
3-2 up the right side, foul. And a chopper. That will be a foul ball. King worked an inning and 2/3 Friday, and the game won by the Rays 5-4. And Yandy is called out on strikes. And that one a borderline pitch. Probably did catch the zone. But Yandy would like to go back a couple pitches and have that one recalled. But he is out on strikes there. Now Wander Franco. Takes a strike. King working over the corner and the edges of the zone here. Foul out of play, 0-2. Clevenger up again in the bullpen. Franco taking his time out. He's back in with a 2-strike count. Too low. Swing and miss. And he had Franco out in front. So King picks up 2 strikeouts there in the bottom of the 9th inning. Turned that one over.
You see that change-up grip and just put it in an impossible location. You see how he keeps his back closed to the hitter. There is a certain amount of deception. You don't pick up the ball till late, and then he has been excellent with his location and command here through the first 2 hitters.
Randy Arozarena. Pitch is down.
Every miss has been to the extreme, and most everything else right on the edges of the zone.
That's wide. 2-0. So Randy up in the count. And he swings and misses.
How about the combination here King showing of those sliders, sweeping sliders off the plate away, but every fastball that he's come in on both Yandy Diaz and Arozarena, they have not missed. They have been right on that edge.
And there's a tapper. That's a foul ball outside of third. 2-2.
Boy, another one. I mean, he just has not missed in that location.
Randy 1 of 4 against King. And hit a home run. It's 2-2 with him now. And a tap foul. And a base hit. Driven through the hole between short and third. Well, the Rays have a base runner with 2 outs. And that will get Brandon Lau to the plate.
Breaking ball, this one not quite to the edge, and Arozarena able to reach it. And he just pops that ball through the 5-6 hole. And
the Yankees talk it over. With the left-handed bat of Brandon Lau. He liked Arozarena before. I mean, it's 1 for 4 against King, and that hit a home run.
Well, you take that. You take. Is Randy Arozarena going to think about trying to get into scoring position here with 2 outs? No stolen base attempts against King this season. 2 for 2 over the course of his career.
The pitch. Boy, another one. Lau's not happy with that call.
Shouldn't have been. There's not a bat long enough to hit that ball.
And he's out in front.
We're still noticing those same patterns. And listen, Brandon knows it too. Slow breaking ball, change up, kind of using the fastball as a show pitch.
Goes away. 1-2.
He went with another change up there. Start to wonder if anybody's going to deviate.
On 2, it's popped up foul. Boy, they're staying off speed. On the bottom of the 9th. Harold Ramirez would be next. First, Arena's back in. It's away. 2-2. speed. Now the 2-2 and a swing and miss. He stayed right with it and gets the strikeout. We're headed into extras, tied 7-7. Tied 7-7 through 9. Jared Clevenger will be the new pitcher for the Rays. Their 6th of the game.
Well, Clevenger going to come in here, fastball, slider against this Yankee lineup. Going to have that base runner out at second base as you start the 10th. So an immediate situation to deal with.
Well, Hicks will be the runner. Anthony Volpe at the plate. It's ball 1 down and in. Shea worked 1 inning, struck out 1, walked 1. Now Clevenger. It's a 1-1 count. Albert Abreu up. The bullpen now for New York. One and 2. Bullpen it goes, holding the count. Fly ball into right field. Josh Lowe will go to the track. Here's a tag at second. Hicks will advance to third. He's there with 1 out.
Yeah, that ends up unfortunately being a productive out for the Yankees. He moved that runner to third, less than 2. Volpe able to get that ball deep into right field.
Gleyber Torres will be the hitter. The Rays pull the infield up. Takes strike 1. Torres drove in a run with a double in the 4th. His second of 2 hits.
Well, now you've put yourself in position. Nice breaking ball, couple of them by Clevenger.
To do baseball. I want to keep that one.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little later.
Ground ball short. Runner's going to try to score. They'll get him in a rundown. Bethancourt for Radies. Clevenger will tag him. You better tag him. Throw to the plate. He is out at the plate and he is safe at third. And Clevenger a little shaken up there. Down on both knees in foul territory.
And here's the thing. He should have never come into play. The Rays really did not do a great job there with that rundown. Garrett Clevenger should have never gotten involved. Aaron Hicks was allowed to stay in this rundown far too long. There's the ball right at Franco. Now you got him. You've got him. You're running back here. Give it up a little early. Paredes now has to run him, and that's where Clevenger gets involved on that second toss. He looked like he did tag him too with the ball in the hand or along the back, but nothing was ever called.
Yeah, there was no call.
And you see right there him pointing at his right knee. He got clipped right there. He puts the ball down and he starts pointing right there, right knee, or right leg anyway.
Well, they get the second out, but Clevenger walking back toward the mound.
I've never seen a player wave off a wheelchair so he can go back and play.
Well, they brought the wheelchair out, and that, both of us got a little worried then.
I mean, tell the stretcher to go back. I'm going to go play.
It did appear on that replay that Clevenger got the tag, but they're officially scoring that 6-2, 5-1, 2-5.
Yeah, who ended up? I didn't even see when he put the ball down. Who alertly got to the ball and got it to home to Paredes to make the tag? Was that Bethancourt?
We're going to check that out.
Because you're right. I thought he grazed him with the tag. Put the ball down, and then someone ran to the ball and got it to Paredes. It must have been Bethancourt. Let's take a look. There's the toss. Here comes Clevenger. Thought he got him. That was not called. And yeah, it was. Christian Bethancourt's going to say, hey, wait a minute. They're not calling anything. And he got that ball alertly to Paredes. That's a heads-up play by the Rays catcher.
Yep. And now Clevenger will not be able to continue being assisted off the field. You hate to see that. We'll be back with a new pitcher for the Rays in a moment. The Rays here in the top of the 10th inning. Clevenger left after participating in that rundown between third and home. And so Beeks will take over. Rizzo is due up, and boy, that was really something in more ways than one. Boy, it appeared there for a moment that Clevenger got the tag, but there was no call. And so fortunately the Rays continued that rundown and eliminated Hicks in that rundown. Now Kevin Cash will come out and chat with Will Little, the plate umpire, as Beeks continues to loosen. And Torres, here's the other thing, Torres wound up going all the way to third.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that rundown took a little time, and then with Clevenger, injuring the knee, putting the ball down, you got to thank goodness for Christian Bethancourt, who had his eyes on Will Little, recognized he had not made a call, went to the ball laying there, and was able to shovel it to Paredes to get that out at the plate. Kind of cover your backside there. Nice job by the Rays catcher. But all of that allowed right there Gleyber Torres to get to third.
So Torres is at third with 2 outs. And Anthony Rizzo will be the hitter. Jalen Beeks, pitcher number 7 for the Rays in this game. pitch is a ball. Down 2-0. Beeks pitched an inning and a third last night, gave up a run on a couple hits and 2 strikeouts. Lefty on lefty here with Rizzo. 2-1.
With the changeup. Changeup down and in, and Anthony Rizzo is geared up. Oh
my.
How do you miss that?
Especially after a couple of misses in the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah.
And you don't call this a strike?
It's right underneath you.
Three-1. Now the count is full.
Not going to trust any research report coming out of Boston University ever again.
Thinking the same thing. Time requested by Rizzo as he steps back. The count is full. He got it. He struck him out swinging. That will retire the side. Beeks a little fired up. Had to strike him out twice. And we go to the bottom of the 10th. 7-7. Tied. A 7-7 ball game, and Albert Abreu will take over. He is pitcher number 6 for the New York Yankees. Brandon Lau, who ended the ninth, will be the runner in second. Harold Ramirez will be the hitter. It's Abreu against Ramirez in a 7-7 game. Bottom of the 10th. The pitch, he did not go. 1-0. Ramirez with a single and a double. His double that keyed the 5-run sixth. Big swing and a miss. 1-1.
It's what he does. It's what he does early in counts, and pulled off that slider there by Abreu, and that's what you're going to see from him. Fastball, a slider, and a changeup. Good velocity. Really good velocity.
It's down 2-1.
Fastball averages a little over 97 miles an hour.
Two-one pitch. Popped into shallow center field. That's going to hang long enough and be caught by Bader. And Lau remains at second.
Yeah, that ball up in the zone, you just couldn't get to it with any kind of authority. That ball beat him, and that's why that just popped up.
Well, Isak Paredes about to step in. He doubled in a run in the 6th inning. This ball, that's 99 up. 1 ball, no strikes. We are in the 10th. And a line drive, base hit over LeMahieu's head. Here comes Lau. chopped that ball into right. And the Rays, who scored 5 times in the 6th inning. What a comeback win this is for the Rays. 8-7 the final. And the Rays take 2 out of 3 from the New York Yankees.
Who would have thought it? You're going into the bottom of the 5th inning, down 6-0 facing Garrett Cole. You get it to extras, and then Isaac Paredes inside outs a ball running in. Upper 90s fastball, stays inside of it, gets enough of it over the head of LeMahieu, and here comes Brandon Lau. Full head of steam, no play, ball game.
So the Rays go to 28-7. Isaac Paredes gets the job done, driving in the winning run. And the Rays come away with a victory. And boy, what a hard-fought victory this was. 2nd career walk-off hit for Paredes. Both have come in a Rays uniform. And a big one here to pull it out. There's Bethancourt. He hit the big home run, a 3-run shot in the 6th inning when the Rays grabbed a 7-6 lead. They came back from a 6-run deficit, grabbed the lead with the 5-run 6th. New York scored a run in the 7th, and the Rays win it in walk-off fashion on the base hit by Paredes in the bottom of the 10th. 8-7 the final. Let's go to the field right now, Tricia Whitaker.
All right, Isaac Paredes, the man of the hour. Isaac, take us through how you were able to get to that fastball, get just enough of it, and deliver the walk-off.
El héroe del juego, explica un poco qué estabas pensando ahí en la caja en ese turno.
Sabía que tenía una responsabilidad de ganar el juego y bueno, ayudar al equipo con un buen hit y un hit de oro y bueno, gracias a Dios se dio esa victoria que es para ganar una serie.
I knew I had the responsibility of trying to win the game, so luckily I was able to get that hit, the pitch of gold I like to call it. Luckily we were able to get that win.
Isaac, when Christian Bethancourt tied it up with a 3-run home run, did this dugout say, let's finish it?
Cuando le empató, sí vi con el home run, dijo el dugout que vamos a terminarlo.
Claro que sí, fue una gran motivación, estábamos perdiendo por 3 carreras, fue el jorrón del empate y bueno, agradecido por eso, nos ayudó mucho ese jorrón en la victoria y bueno, a seguir cosechando esos batazos para seguir ganando.
Yeah, of course, that motivated us. You know, that was the inspiration that we needed. We were struggling to get runs at the time, but we were able to score there, and luckily we were able to get the win because of it.
There's no deficit too great for this offense, is there, Isaac?
Que no hay nada que no podemos hacer en esta ofensiva, ¿verdad?
Claro que sí, estamos perdiendo por 6 carreras y remontamos en los últimos innings y eso es bueno y la confianza que nos da para seguir siendo agresivos en la ofensiva.
No, of course, you know, to come back from 6 runs, we're very aggressive, we're very strong, and hey, we got to keep on doing it.
Isaac, congratulations. Go enjoy it.
Thank you.
Guys, let's send it back to you.
So the Rays, down by 6, come back to win this one in 10 innings. 8-7 to wrap up the homestand. For Brian Anderson and the rest of our crew, Dwayne Stats, hope you've enjoyed the telecast. Rays are winners. Rays Live, the postgame comes your way next. We will see you tomorrow night from Baltimore.